have elk right down in the bottom of this from me. There's a bull down there bugling, and I heard a couple cow mews, and so I threw a mew back. Hopefully he comes up this way and brings the cows with him. The wind's really good, so we'll see what happens. I don't think he's too far away at all. So I'm pretty sure there's at least 2 bulls down over in that bottom, and I've heard several cow mews. Fortunately, they're across the road out of the unit, but they're hanging pretty tight right straight out in front of me. I'm going to say they're within 200 yards, maybe 3. So I'm just hoping that they decide to come up across this road. There is really heavy-duty food plots up above me here, so I'm hoping they're going to use this valley to hit these plots before they bed this morning. They very well probably will just stay across the road down in that valley, but I'm hoping. I threw a couple cow mews out, hopefully to get them, and I'm almost swear that I heard hoofs on the road, but I'm not sure. I can't see down there, and nothing's come up this way yet. So he last bugled just a couple minutes ago, about, like I said, probably 200, 300 yards. I can almost hear hoofs again, it sounds like. You hear them down there. So I'm just going to keep my butt still, just hoping that they come up into this bottom. If not, at least he keeps bugling. I can figure out where they might come in the evening. Last day, we got to get it done. Well, not surprisingly, that didn't work out. It's kind of how things been going. Still exciting though. Yeah, they were down. I'm up on hillside now. They were straight down in that bottom. I think they come out of this posted property, and they went across the road, which unfortunately is out of the zone. But I think they were coming back across, unless it was more of them coming out, but it sounded like over in this way. It sounded like hoof, clacking on the road surface. But I did end up hearing a couple people talking down there, so I don't know if there's some elk watchers maybe in there. I bet they're a good 1,000 yards away now, at least over in that next little hollow. There's a small plot over there. I bet you that's where they're headed. On a good note, they're going to stay right in that bottom unless someone pushes them out. They should stay there for the day. And being that this is the good green up in here, if they're in there, they're going to work their way back up in there, and I'm betting we're still going to give her hell. I'm going to work my way up and through here. The top I was on yesterday is just that valley's just over them trees. And Jay and Larry are up that way. So it's still kind of early. But I know where the herd's at. Like I said, I could hear several cows in there. And at least 2 bulls. So, yeah. I'm going to formulate a plan. Still going to hunt a little bit this morning. Maybe there's some other ones up in these other plots. But get together with them guys and formulate an evening plan. And that's going to be all she wrote. Might not go home with an elk. But we've had a fabulous time. Lots of fun. Brand new experience for all 4 of us. And talking with the guys, I mean, we feel that we were pretty successful, even though we haven't put the hammer down on one. I mean, we've seen, 50 elk. Just 99% of them have been where we can't shoot. And had I had a bull tag, I would have 100% killed a heck of a bull yesterday. Like I said, he ran right up on me 20 yards. Would have had no problem shooting him. I think he was pretty sure he was a 7x8, maybe a 7x7, but I think I saw one of them little back kicker kind of deals on the one side. But well, folks, that's about a wrap. We packed up, cleaned up, just finishing all that, getting ready to boogie here at home. It's been over a week now, so I'm ready. Fortunately, no elk, but hey, it's how it rolls, you know. Finally got into them the last 2 days. Just we had another day or something, I think we'd got it done. But you know, Thursday night, if we wouldn't have traveled to the south part of the zone to check that spot out, which was a good spot, and maybe we should have been back in there at least once after, but had we been up in where we were hunting that Thursday evening, there was 30-35 of them out feeding in that lower plot, so probably could have got that done. But hey, it's the way it rolls. Had 2 small bulls when I was coming out last night, right at the last light. I thought they were cows. I got within 75 yards and I was lining up for a shot. Realized it was just too dark, even though I had a couple minutes left shooting time, so there was just no shot. It was just too dark to tell where I'd be aiming, and luckily the one that I was looking at that I didn't see had little like 12-inch spikes on them, because I walked like 20 yards past them on my way out. Them things know exactly where they can go and to hide, and it's where they stuck to. Had a legit shot at a huge bull, 20 yards. I mean, I could have killed him easily. I had a tag. He was like a 7x8. Probably one of the most magnificent things I've ever seen. And what really got me is how quickly they cover ground. I mean, that elk covered a couple 100 yards, just boom. It was like that. But at any rate, we're getting out of here. I want to thank Sarah and Frosty Crane for graciously letting us use their camp here, Camp Crag. It was very awesome of you. Lots and lots of gratitude for that. Can't thank you enough at all. Your camp, it's an awesome camp. It's in an awesome area. We had elk in the yard, the first 3 or 4 days off and on. There was bulls. The neighbor across the road, Garrett, he said that there was a cow come through about 4:30. I think it was Tuesday evening. Lots of deer. Saw one of the biggest bucks I've ever seen. Had I had my bow in my hand, I could have easily killed him. About 150-inch 10-point. Beautiful, like just perfect deer. But I had the muzzleloader, of course, with me, so I just kind of waved and smiled and talked to some guys later on. He's pretty well known, and people have been after him pretty hardcore. But we saw, I don't know, a dozen different bucks probably. They were cruising through the yard the first part of the week before it got warm. That didn't help us a whole lot. It seemed like the elk were only really moving during light in the mornings. And I was right on top of them yesterday morning. And it just, like I said, they know. They skirt them edges of that private land. And out of the zone they went. And we could hear them bugling in the evening, but they had went way up into zone 7, which was off limits for everybody this year. There was no tags in there, so that's how it rolls. But what an incredible experience. I want to thank, my good friends Jay Pikansky and Larry Brockett and my dad for coming out. Had a real good time with you fellas, and it was definitely an experience. But we're about ready to load it up and roll. So actually, we're just ready to roll. So we're headed out, going home. PA Elk 2020, it's over for me. But what an experience.